G'day everyone. There was a question in the Notch user Facebook group about refreshing a timer. So here's a simple solution here. So what we're doing is we're simulating a press of a touchscreen. So when that's pressed, there'll be a 5-second countdown. And when it reaches 0, we're just going to smooth remove the size on this. And the benefit of this was we could actually keep refreshing and topping up that timer back to 5. So simulating a touchscreen every time you touch, whenever you let go, it would then count back down to 5. So how does this work? The system here I've got is just a simple envelope, which we're using as our simulated touch. So you'd feed your value into here. I'm then running it through a quantize just so I can make sure it's a 1 or a 0. And because quantize does kick in at 0.5, I've just changed the touch input here to a scale of 0.5, so half. So when this goes to a value of 1, this goes to a value of 0.5, which then fills out a 1. It just makes sure there's no gradient in between. What we're then doing is running it into an accumulator node. Now in this accumulator node, we are using the scale of 5. So when we get a 1 in, it jumps to 5. Every time there is a positive value delta change. So that means when this becomes 1, this will then become 5. I'm just going to feed that into our envelope modifier here, which will count down. What we're doing is we're grabbing a continuous modifier with a speed of -1. And this is going to continuously count downwards. So when we add 5 to this envelope modifier, we will start counting down from that 5. Now what you might find with an accumulator is it will do like it's saying here. It'll be -80, -90, and this so it's continuous, and the accumulator will always stay at 5. Now we can use limiters to make sure that always functions. But the other value of an accumulator and also a continuous modifier is if you double click on the node, there is a reset function down the bottom on both of these. So because we're using a 0 or 1 in our quantize output, we can actually feed that output into our reset. So whenever we hit a touch, we're resetting our accumulator and we're resetting our continuous modifier. So for example, if I simulate a touch now, our continuous modifier starts at 0 and starts counting back down again. So again, our 5 from the accumulator comes into an envelope node and then it is counted down 1 every second by a -1 continuous modifier. I'm just feeding this into a limiter modifier just so we can't get anything else that comes besides 0 to 5, just in case. And we're just running that as a value as text into a text node so we can see clearly how long we've got when we top up or we've got time remaining. What I'm doing here is basically saying, all right, when our limiter gets super low, I want to look at the range of 0 to 0.01 and make that a 0 to 1. And the reason I'm saying that is we're going to do our transition between one and the other via a smooth envelope. So we can say when it's just ticked off, then fade out or fade back in. And then I'm running just that smooth envelope output into the XYZ scale of the sphere. So again, from the top, adding a touch, and then we can refresh that maybe again. And once that timer hits 0, our shape or our final output will shrink back down. Hope that's been helpful. Have a great day.